In this video, I would like to describe and then demonstrate the knee flexion and distraction stretch. We call it the knee flexion and distraction stretch because you're flexing, you're bending or flexing your knee, and then it's thought to induce some distraction or moving apart of the joint surfaces in the front of the knee. Unlike typical stretching that targets muscles, this stretch is thought to target more the actual joint capsule, or the connective tissue that surrounds the joint. And because of the fact that the front of the knee is loaded more when we do activities like jumping and running, that this targets that area. You can, the only piece of equipment, so to speak, you really would need is a small, tightly rolled up washcloth, or you can just use your hands. I'll demonstrate both ways. So in order to do the stretch with the washcloth, you just take a washcloth, rolled tightly as you can get it, and then put it directly behind the knee, in the crease behind the knee, and then hold it there, or you bend the knee, and at some point it will stay there, it won't go anywhere. And then just take your hands and put them on the end of the leg here, and then you're going to bring your leg or your foot toward your butt, and that puts a stretch. And the rationale behind putting the washcloth in there, or in a few minutes we'll do the wrist, is that it actually changes the center of rotation of the knee such that it gets a better stretch across the front. And so that's why we do that. So this is one way to do it, but the other way that actually allows you to feel what you're doing is to use the wrist. Because of the wrist and the forearm, the wrist is thinner in most people than the forearm itself. So there's actually a conical shape to this. And so we're going to, ideally you want to do both, use both wrists one at a time. So in the first instance here, the narrow part will be on the middle or on the inside, and then the slightly thicker part will be on the outside. And so you just bring that up. You want to bring the narrow part of your forearm up and into the back of the knee, and then once it's up there, maintain that pressure upward, and then push gently to the back. And you can load it up just because of the fact that the endurance of the bicep, of the arm bending here, is not so great. I wouldn't recommend that you hold this try to hold it at the end point for 30 seconds, but give it a good stretch to the extent that your comfort level can do that. If you have any weird pain or anything like that, you back off on the intensity. However, load it to the end point that you can, a few seconds, then back off, load it up again. And after about 5 repetitions of that, then you would want to switch sides. So in this case, then the narrow part is on the outside, the thicker part on the inside, because I'm using my other wrist. But once again, you'd use the narrow end here, or side, push up into the crease of the knee, and then take your other, hold that there, while you take your other hand and pull back. Throughout this whole stretch, you want to really keep your knee relaxed as you can. And load it up at the end point for 2 seconds, then relax it down, load it up, and relax it down, load it up, and relax. And this is a great way to do, this is a great exercise to do either before your sessions of exercise or afterward for optimal knee health.